Grant writing. So what is a grant? A grant is free money. Free money that you can be given to do some work or accomplish some goal. Now this money you won't get it free if you cannot ask for it. Now the person who gives a grant is known as a donor. Now for you to get a grant, you must apply or ask the donor money. I'll give an example. You are a student, you are pursuing a particular course, let's say medicine, and you want to implement an idea but you don't have the funds. So you apply for a grant and you might be awarded money by a pharmaceutical company to do or carry out that particular idea. So the purpose of this video is to help you understand what is grant writing and what are some of the trends in grant writing that you need to understand. So to begin with, my name is Hilary Wills and I've been doing grant writing for the past 6 years, and I've helped both profit and non-profit organizations to secure funds and implement their ideas. So in brief, this video is going to cover the aim, the meaning and purpose of grant writing. I'm also going to show you some of the trends in funding that have been shown by funders through the research. I'm going to show you also some of the statistics that are useful in your process of grant writing. So if this information makes sense to you, you can like my video, you can also share, you can also subscribe to my channel so that you continue learning about grant writing in this series of videos. So without wasting too much time, let me get into the first part, which is the meaning of grant writing. So what is grant writing? Now grant proposal is an application which can be one document or a set of documents that are submitted to an organization with an explicit intent of securing funding for research, or can also be a business idea. So what is the purpose of grant writing? As we've looked at it, a grant is money, is free money that you will use or you require to accomplish a mission. Now a grant that is awarded to you can also be used to implement an idea. So that's the purpose of grant writing. You write to secure funds, to get funding. What are you going to use the funds? You are going to implement an idea. Now once you've implemented the idea, you bring value to your organization or the society in general. So next I'm going to look at the trends in funding. So the first trend that I've identified through my research is what we call impact investing. Now impact investing is whereby the donors are willing to inject money in organizations that generate positive impact on society. So for you to get funds from donors globally, you must be able to demonstrate that the work you are doing will have a positive impact on society. For example, if you are within the healthcare sector, if you are within health and you are asking for funds, you are applying for funds, donors want projects or work that will help to reduce the disease incidences or epidemics amongst a particular community. So that's an example, and there are key areas that funders are leaning towards. Funders are looking for projects in education. They are also looking for people who are working within health. They are also looking for ideas within the agricultural sector. For example, if you are in the area or niche of genetically modified foods, you can easily get funding from organizations that want to improve agriculture. You also have organizations or funders looking for people who are doing ideas about energy. Energy may be things like recycling and new technologies of producing eco-friendly energy. So those are the key areas that have been identified through research. And the reason for showing you these areas is that your organization needs to align itself. You need to align yourself within these key areas so that you can win the hearts of the donors. Then another trend that has been identified through research is what we call crisis funding. Now, this is a trend whereby the donors are more willing to give funds during the times of crisis. Now, the recent global crisis that we've experienced is the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's a good illustration whereby donors were willing to give more money to respond to the problem of COVID-19 pandemic. Now, research shows that during this period of the pandemic, donors gave the tune of 11 billion, over 11 billion dollars were given by donors, and some of the companies that were involved in these donations or philanthropy include Pepsi and Visa Foundation. So those are a few examples. We have more examples of organizations that were willing to fund operations or response towards the epidemic. So these are some of the statistics that have come across from credible organizations. We have the donors. They are willing to, during the COVID-19 pandemic, they were willing to give up to 58% to organizations that were dealing with response to COVID-19 within their domestic environments. Like if you are a country like Kenya, organizations were willing to give funds to respond to COVID-19 within your country. So another key statistic is that the same organizations or donor organizations were willing to give up to 11% to organizations that were involved in international or global response. Then the rest is 20% that were funding both domestic and international activities. So that will give you a good background. And if you are willing to talk about more about grant writing, you can always reach out. And in the next video, I'll be covering the process of grant writing. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.